My grandparents belonged to the generation that lived through the war. They chose to listen to the stories of our present instead of recounting the past. In a way, it felt like they had made a quiet decision not to speak. Their thoughtfulness came through in their life gestures. None of it was said aloud, but all of it spoke to us with quiet kindness. When I recall the quiet presence of my grandparents, I found myself exhaling, returning to something slower, something more grounded. In their silence, there was a calm that still feels like home. What they gave me is something I hope to pass on to the next generation, to the people I meet, to anyone in need of vital stillness.
I have never heard my mom to say I love you. He only cooked the meals and said, dinner is ready. I know there is love in that, but sometimes I really wish I could hear to say I love you. But then I wonder, has everyone to said her I love you? I try very hard to say, Mom, I love you, and Mom, I'm sorry, but the silence and the happiness that are covered into my body to make it so hard to say. At the same time ago, I'm slowly learning. I hope that one day my mom can learn also.
A friend told me again today that I ate too fast, too quietly. I don't even notice it. I just want to escape the table. This was my social education. I learned how to behave not just sitting by the table, but by watching the performance around it and eventually becoming part of it. But I have accepted myself. I have accepted my parents. But I can also see how it shaped me. It made me sharp, strategic, intentional.
Growing up as an only child had a significant impact on the way I experienced family life. With no siblings to share the spotlight with, I developed a close relationship with my parents. I often felt deeply cared for, even spoiled at times. When I got older and began to understand more about their past, I realized that much of how they raised me was shaped by their own childhoods. My mom tells me she loves me almost every day. It's something I used to take for granted, but now I recognize it as a kind of healing for her, a way of breaking a cycle. My mom and her sister grew up in a home where love was more often shown through actions rather than words, and sometimes even that was lacking. She made the conscious choice to parent differently, to make sure I never had to question how much I was loved. My dad expressed his love in a different way. His support is unwavering. He's almost been the calm in the storm, the person I turn to when I feel unsure. He wears a cheerful mask, always joking and laughing, even when I suspect he's carrying a lot inside.
Next to the fairy's cave, I spent a summertime once. The water in the mountain was freezing my legs in 1,000 little spikes. It felt like I was becoming a stone. The mountain has always been a series of territories that are whispering you little secrets and curses. In these peaks, somewhere, everywhere, I can tell a story of my own. In a long tradition of alpine women who are bearing spiky sorrows and some quiet secrets, some tea they will never spill. Within this territory, an unspoken law exists, passed on through generations. In a region where every valleys look at the same deep cliffs, every villages seemed, for some long time, clustered. The stories went on, but yet today, something is being weaved back. Maybe the fairies are recalling, and another fairy cursed another mountain that collapsed.
The three of us and my mom were living day to day, making things work. Emotions did not have time to be expressed, to be discussed. Efficiency, utility were the untold values of the home, just like she had growing up. It is expected to care. It feels useless to explain it. Our well-oiled, non-sentimental machine ceases functioning when we enter another intimate world. Love takes so many forms and for so long has been hidden. Meeting people from which love poured, I learned to say thank you. I learned to express what I felt was already said. I want my child to be the one that is told to be naive because they dare to be happy, optimistic, and loving.